Hi guys, in today's topic we're going to talk about the Forbidden Door pay-per-view that's going to be in the 28th of June this month, involving a joint promotional pay-per-view involving New Japan and AEW. And you can see, if you can hear from the tone of my voice, I am with so much eagerness and excitement not to care about a joint super indie venture involving uh less notable American Fed against a lesser notable Japanese Fed that barely anybody outside of the wrestling sphere even talks about. So, with also un, unfragmented ticket sale information, stagnating injuries from the AEW roster, and just lack of draw from, because this is just for the pure wrestling fan. This is Forbidden Door. I just went over to Booker T. I just listened over to Booker T talking about this. Many other people talking about this. And sure, if you're a fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling, even though it hasn't been relevant since the Bullet Club was relevant, go ahead. Be happy. You have something to spend your money on. You'll have a great time. But outside of anybody else in America that actually is willing to waste money on half of the Japs that nobody have ever heard of, barely advertise, or even when they come over to the States to even wrestle, they are never drawing like Antonio Inoki versus Muhammad Ali. They're not drawing that. The most you even had of any Japanese notoriety is Shinsuke Nakamura coming to developmental, then coming to the roster, and then becoming obscurely mid-card. And the same thing would happen to any other New Japan jobber, except for the rest of the draws that AEW is even bringing up are Joshi, or like foreigner jobbers on New Japan that just want to wrestle the AEW guys like Will Ospreay, or parts of the Bullet Club like Jay White. Majority of the matches that New Japan has involves with New Japan wrestlers, or not even the Japanese dudes like Hiroshi Goto or Kenta or Shibata, Tanahashi, Naruto, Goku, Vegeta, Eren Yeager. Like, bro, I don't care. To be honest, I need a legitimate interest. AEW, a majority of what Forbidden Door is just is like a school fair, like a field day of all the parts of the divisions in the school come together to do a little field day. That's what AEW is doing. It's not really a major supercard. Thanks, New Japan draws less than AEW, or not even equal to even Impact Wrestling. All because it comes from a different country doesn't mean it's gonna be bigger draw or gonna be world class. It's like One Direction. You can't compare like One Direction or some shit with BTS. BTS is world renowned. Those are actual Asians that are actually world renowned. You go up to some weirdo fangirl, introvert anime fan jobber, or at least a couple people in a cafe. Oh, have you heard of BTS? I saw them in the awards show the other day. You tell me you saw New Japan Pro Wrestling, you're probably wearing a Bullet Club t-shirt, and you're asking if you're probably asking Stephanie if you can go to that wrestling event in a warehouse with only 30 people, and she can't bring her friends. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't talk about the Forbidden Door because there's nothing forbidden about it. Thanks, nobody asked. It's not something yearning with New Japan versus AEW, because AEW already takes most of the assholes from New Japan anyway. And even with the guys AEW, what New Japan has, even the Japanese fans garner less interest. So why should I care? I'm being honest with you. This is not coming over a hate of New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's just coming out of a lack of why I should watch. And that's also to the fault of both AEW and the fault of of New Japan, and to the fault of making a pay-per-view that could flop. There's nothing world-renowned about New Japan with AEW, and there's nothing world-renowned more about New Japan. And bringing this over as a pay-per-view, you're better off just making this a special thing on Dynamite with a supercard of all the AEW jobbers, all the New Japan jobbers, and you could have made the fans happy, and you would have drawn at least more than what you guys had over your stagnant ticket prices that you guys keep fabricating for Tony Khan to fap over that he has as much money as he can to sign as many indie darlings to make sure that he draws less than a bad episode of NWA TNA. Literally. I want to take this a bit seriously, but I don't. There's no interest coming from the fans whenever I hear CM Punk shitted himself again while tearing his ACL, getting hurt because he's doing moves that he thought he could have done back in 2012 when he was actually athletic, younger, a bit more tolerable, instead of being a whiny prima donna getting heat backstage and thinking that he's higher than most of the other guys that are lower. It's like saying that you're the biggest fish in the puddle. Like, chill. There's already too much fish in that little tank anyway. It's just annoying. And knowing that this is the only thing that AEW has going for them, they're not trying to push their other stars. They're not trying to push their other pay-per-views. They're not trying to make sure that their show is for more people to even focus on Forbidden Door. It's just Forbidden Door's there. New Japan, you guys are going to have a great time. Can't wait to see all just the good wrestling matches. And then then you're going to remember this. Oh yeah, this is statistical because it shows that people that are over 25, people that already have jobs, people that are not already past the way of even trying to be a pro wrestler are interested in our product and actually, more impressionable people. So, do whatever. I have very little interest in even talking about it, dog. Like, the NBA Finals is happening. If you're interested in the Stanley Cup, baseball's fun. Go outside. It's hot. It's nearly summertime already. And there's a lot more stuff that you can do in this world instead of think about the Forbidden Door BS. And just knowing, like, this is the type of stuff that Tony Khan thinks is going to, like, go over the cap so we can stick it in and try to call Vince a misogynist racist that doesn't care about his own employees, yet he hires over 200 of them anyway. It just makes no sense. So, that's it coming from the DST show. Hope you guys enjoyed this multi-minute rant, or somewhat just take about what I feel about this pay-per-view, or even my expectations heading into this, or why I feel like it's going to fail. Just depending on your perspective. And this is why I make these videos, so you guys have something to discuss at the end of the day. That's it for watching. Subscribe for more. Comment if you want to learn. That's it for me.
That was stupid. It ain't gonna draw a dime. Not a dime. Then why?